Alright cat gang, Harry here with two cute cats and the #1 best video I've ever made, all the military bases versus hardcore mode. So far, out of every tower in this series, this is the one that I was most excited for, since this many military bases definitely would have lagged the game so hard it would have crashed. But luckily for the entire community, the TDS devs fixed that problem, so I wanted to see what it would look like to have infinite military bases down now, and see how many tanks I could get to spawn at the same time, but I was disappointed. You see, the changes that the devs made it so that the tanks don't spawn on top of each other anymore. They just spawn one at a time, which actually destroys the military base's stats. You see all these things right here? Yeah, they don't matter. And let me give you an example of why that is. If Charky and I placed a military base at exactly the same time, one of our trucks would spawn on time, while the other would be just slightly delayed. Oh great, and now here we are back at Tower Delay Simulator again. What this means is that with well over 100 military bases placed, the trucks will not spawn when they're supposed to, but instead will go into a queue and spawn in a line. This actually creates a domino effect, essentially spawning trucks and tanks minutes after they're supposed to be spawned. And I'm no math genius, so I'm not going to work all that out, but I think it's safe to say that during our entire game, once we have all of the military bases placed, each one is only going to spawn like 5 vehicles when it should actually be spawning something like 50. I'm saying all of this to let you know that we are not going to tap into the full power of the military base here the same way we were able to tap into the full power of other towers like the Ace Pilot. So really, this tower is not going to do as much damage as it does on paper. Just keep that in mind while you watch the parade of tanks roll to their inevitable fate of colliding with the enemy spawn point. And just as a side note, the thing you'd have to see to know the military bases are working properly would be a big group of tanks that all spawn at the same time, while there would be other brief times when no tanks would be spawning. But of course, as I already pointed out, if that happened, the game would lag, and that would be a bad thing, right? Okay, now insert shoutouts for Bears and Charky here, and insert something about a cat. I am so sorry for placing rangers and selling them like 3 times. It was the only way to help the tanks reform their conga line, and I kept thinking I didn't need the rangers, but then I need them again. I really just wanted to use this video to find out how well the tanks would do against just the Void Reaver, but I failed at that because they didn't even start hitting the Reaver until it was like halfway down the path. And of course, we had to leave the accelerators in there at the end just so we wouldn't die from soul spawns, but then we ended up dying from soul spawns anyway. So in the end, I hope you just enjoyed the sight of all the tanks looking like a giant snake. And on that note, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash that like button with your forehead, hit the subscribe button with your big toe, and turn on notifications however you can so you don't miss any of my amazing upcoming content. And I will see you guys next time. Take care, be safe, and never forget what I always say. Peace.